two guys that are going to defend Bill no matter what, so I find their commentary kind of useless on the matter. They're just going to stick up for Bill.
Well, they're right to an extent. Like, that's what a PR person does, but it's not Bears. That's the difference. Mm-hmm. She injected anger into it. Emotion.
Well, I mean, PR is a profession that you need.
She's not a professional PR person.
And to work at that level, Bears has done
it 25 years.
Yeah,
like, for 30 years.
Well, and you also understand what CBS News is, which, like, these guys, that operation, they deal with, like, war-torn countries, and they deal with dictators, and they, like, do you think they're intimidated by a guy with a whistle? Like, probably
Football
not.
Coach? Yeah, no. Asking about how he met his girlfriend? Right. Oh, my God. Please.
Like, but that's the thing is, like, that's what a publicist would be able to make that distinction. Like, hey, listen, Bill, they're going to ask about this. Like, it's an easy thing to just manage. So, like, here's the way that you handle it. There may be a little bit of back and forth. If you're bland enough, it won't even make air.
Right. That's called coaching up your client and not trying to battle the reporter from CBS.
Right.
Right? You prepare your client for what's going to come your way, what they could potentially be asking, and you come up with a strategy as to how we're going to answer those questions so that they get zero attention.
And understand
but she's a dope.
And understand the consequences if you don't.
At least in this arena, because what I think she's probably really good at is amassing wealth by way of her relationship with Bill Belichick. Did you guys enjoy the pause?
I did.
Yeah. Here's the story today.
That made me laugh.
It's very dramatic, Beetle. That was well executed.
Realtor.com. Inside Bill Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordan Hudson's $8 million property portfolio as she forges career as real estate mogul. According to mortgage documents seen by Realtor.com, Hudson purchased 3 multifamily dwellings at the end of 2023. And she has purchased a host of multifamily homes in the greater Boston area since December of 2023, just a few months after she was first seen spending time with Bill Belichick, 73, although they are reported to have met around 18 months earlier. She's got $8 million in property that she's listed as the owner on. How do you think that happened?
I mean, this is where this goes from, like, funny to
grift is the word. That's what it is. That's I mean, the entire thing is.
It's because
it's a swindle.
God forbid something happens to Bill.
Possibly. That's my opinion. But if just based on appearances.
God forbid something happens to Bill, but if something were to happen to Bill, like, then that's her money. That's not anybody else's money.
If she's the owner,
right,
and he isn't, yes,
that's her money. So, like, it's a way of tying up money.
The way you say that, if anything were to happen to Bill, what, like, people start thinking Lifetime movie stuff. That's what they start thinking, Bert.
But you know what I'm saying, like if that. But that's the way. Like, if you were, it's like not stealing cash, but it's like having money tied up in assets, and who has access to those assets, and the people who have and she's the one who has access to that asset. Like, Bill's own children don't have access to that asset. So it's just, I don't know. I mean, like, that's the amount of business that's been done here is jarring. Because this isn't, like, by the way, just so people out there know, like, this isn't rumors or sources, or this is like real estate records.
Correct.
Yeah.
And many LLCs that have been formed with Jordan Hudson's name related to Bill Belichick.
With the help of some financial people,
Yeah. A number of them. One real estate lawyer and one financial guy, both one from Brookline, one from Boston. And a lot of things that trace back to an address in Hingham where Bill Belichick
You live down that way, Bert, don't you?
And still owns a home. I just love looking at the general. You have to list the general character of the business. I'm just reading one. Take this one for example. BBS Version LLC.
Tumbled Ham.
The LLC is to conduct business, hold trademarks, and real property relating to notorious ethics relating to football coaching and leadership.
Vandalay Industries.
Notorious
Handle
ethics.
hay industry.
That's an interesting one. Notorious ethics. Okay. Here's another one. For All BB Team LLC to handle all business functions pertaining to the production of media and merchandising of the, quote, All Belichick team. There's a lot going on there.
Sorry, that's a
And
great,
there's only like-
that's a great headline.
Yeah.
That's a really great headline.
There's
I
only
need to take a picture of that for my friends.
You enjoy that one?
All right, that's a good headline.
So yeah.
Is there any way
there's
at
quite
some
a bit
point-
there where I'm telling you, man, if I were in his family, I'd be like, what the hell is happening here?
I wouldn't put it past her at some point here to have the whole Jordan UNC tie-in with Michael's got to be
With
protected on
Jumpman,
everything.
the Jumpman logo on
She is
it.
Jordan too, UNC. Like, there's going to be a picture of both of them at some point.
It's going to be a silhouette of the beach photo where she's doing the Titanic
Todd likes
pose
it.
that
He
Tony
likes it.
DeCopel mentioned
like
on
it.
CBS
I mean,
Sunday
look,
morning.
I really like. This is the bones of the way some of these things happen sometimes, and like I'm not saying like it's gonna play. It's just the whole thing is sketchy. I think is the best word. Sketchy.
I mean, I'm sure he has good lawyers. Like, he's got to be smarter than this, right?
Yeah.
He's got to be protected. Like, come on. With all his holdings,
I mean, like, but you
earnings
just,
over
you just
the
think
50
about,
years?
but
Give me
you
a
just
break.
think about like that interview,
he's not just
right?
going to turn it loose. Like,
So you just think about that interview, and I asked you guys this question off the air. Can anybody out there remember, like, so these when you write a book, you do a media blitz. Can anybody remember anything memorable that anybody ever said during a media blitz for a book? Like, can you think of one thing? If you think back, like, is there anything that sticks out when I say that?
no.
Yeah.
So generally, they're a big bag of nothing, right?
Right.
So this entire situation was generated legitimately out of nothing.
Yes.
But this problem for Bill was generated out of nothing.
Pretty much, yeah. He could have avoided this one.
That's self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Yeah, self-inflicted.
So from 0 to 60, like that's what's mind blowing about it to me. Is like this is a self-created problem. Like that never would have happened.
That must be
So-
UNC's
Hold
biggest
on.
problem with it
But
if they
this-
have a problem
yeah.
behind the scenes.
I think it
They
hit.
look at it as completely avoidable and unnecessary.
Well, here's the other thing too.
and,
Is like
and
okay,
not a hazard
so-
of the business.
So,
right.
like
Hold
here's
on.
the other thing about this is like this isn't a football building that he's working for. It's a university.
Right.
And there are a lot of powerful people at that university that don't care if the football team is 3-9 or 9-3. And this is this is one of those state universities, unlike where I went, where like football isn't like
Secondary.
yeah.
It's not the top sport on campus.
And
Right.
it's one of the best academic state universities in America. Up
Okay.
there with Virginia and Michigan and
Yeah.
Cal. Like if you had to list the top 5, I think
Right.
UNC would be one of the top 5 state universities in America.
So he's really like this.
So
is the part
that's who he's answering to.
But this is the part I'm confused on is the optics of it because he's so concerned with optics. Like,
Yeah.
if they're out in Nantucket walking on the street and you've been in Nantucket, like he'll see cameras, he'll duck in, and she'll stay out, but he'll duck inside. That first day, or the first spring game scrimmage, where she was on the field with what Beto called a wrestling robe.
I don't think
with
I
the
came
white,
up with that.
white boot, high heels.
Yeah, Mike and Mama.
It was
yeah.
so startling for everyone, like ex-players, everybody. Like, that's not the Bill we know. But he had to be okay with that because he controls everything. He knows optics.
Well,
I just
'cause it was-
remember we
it's
would
designed-
we do walkthroughs. Remember we were in London and you came upon the walkthrough.
Yeah, I remember
He was
that.
livid about that, but like his control of everything.
You guys
and all
know
of a
that
sudden,
story?
and now all of a sudden
No.
he's not controlling
You guys know Hyde Park in London? It's like a massive, like it's like the Central Park of
for
London.
the concerts.
Yeah.
I'm with Emily walking through Hyde
That's
Park one
nice.
day, and like when we were there for the Patriot game, and I ran into the Patriots doing their walkthrough in Hyde Park, and there were a couple people out there that looked pretty panicked to see me. Like, oh my God, we're in London, and they're like, what's he doing here?
They were playing Jeff Fisher. What a big deal.
It's number 5.
Well said.
According to U.S. News, UNC is number 5 in the country. So there you go. Top 5 public university in the country.
It's insane, isn't it? Like that. I think
I'm
of
sure
that-
they're loving this.
I
I'm sure
think-
they're
oh,
really
for
into the
sure.
story. Yeah.
I think of that scene from the program where Coach Winters is like they're trying to get the backup quarterback reinstated, and like that Poindexter-looking guy says to him, "This is not a football vocational school." Like, is somebody saying that to Bill now?
All right. Bert, appreciate the time.
Thanks, Bert.
Thanks
Good
for coming in
stuff.
today.
Thanks, guys.
Bert will be on Toucher and Hardy tomorrow. I don't want to spoil the fun, but we came up with an idea during a break that Bert can fill that show in on tomorrow.
Are they putting him on with Adolfo?
What?
Is he going on with Adolfo?
No.
Oh. Hey, if you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand right here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.